We got there and that place just creeped the shit out. Like it was,
So
oh my gosh, it's like from the initial drive up the mountain to the hill to the gates, us standing up the front, even like doing 10 takes of an intro, to walking, everything about this place as you were just panning around it was eerie. It just took
it was like
as part of your soul, and it was just saying, I've got something. I'm going to take you somewhere tonight. And
it was like something out of the movies.
Yeah.
And it was so active tonight. You guys are so lucky because it's not always like this.
We just feel like they
this
tend to.
Place turned me into a 100% believer. I want to always debunk things, and there was just no explanation. I could not debunk anything.
We like it. I like getting scared, and it was the kitchen. It was off the main ballroom of one of these buildings we were in, and we had the REM pod music box devices were going off, and we're getting a little bit of activity. But so we're going to go back to the kitchen and check this out.
Yeah, we had amazing experience,
and that's what surprised the day, I'd say, because it's always a lot of times. It always might be overshadowed by something. It might be our walking, it might be our breathing. Something just makes what we experience less dynamic. And in this kitchen, we walk in. I had one intention. I just had to do an EVP in there, but I hated the feeling of it because we went through. There was a massive bench, and behind that there was an old chopping block. The old chopping block hadn't been touched since it closed down, so it still had the remnants, the blood stains, smell, from all the produce and the meat that they carved up there. We're standing a good couple of meters away from that, and as we're in there, just only had a couple of devices. Didn't put the REM pods and all the other stuff that we had in there. We just took, it's called an EPOD box, and it's a yes/no device, which is all EMF based. So if the spirits manipulate that and break that EMF field, it just responds by yes or no in a real deep voice. And we've walked in there, and mine didn't want to be there because as soon as we walk in there, the device in my hand goes, no, no, no. It just repeats it constantly. She froze, and I'm holding on like I'm grabbing onto Mon like a human EMF, right? Because I said, you're not going anywhere. You have to stay with me, because for whatever reason, I froze. As we said, just be quiet one second, but you can't go anywhere. Stay, stay, stay. The loudest dragging noise I've ever heard. It sounded like, if you imagine a sack of potatoes being dragged and then dropped on the floor, which again, to me, just feels like it was a body being dragged. Behind the actual bench. It's on camera. There's no explanation. We're the only ones in the building, so no one else was around. We had the whole place to ourselves and that. But as soon as this noise happened, I said, we go, if you watch it, what the hell is that dragging noise? And Mom goes, I'm out of here. She said straight away, I said, you're not going anywhere. Stay here. Like, seriously, because you want to leave me here. I couldn't even take a step forward to go and see